Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do another video for you guys where I talk about some of the platforms in our portfolio that were once super hot and now are not doing so well. So again, I want to keep you updated on these platforms. And again, these uh these platforms, these lists that I'm putting together, they're not static. They're ever flowing because something that might have been hot last week might not be so hot today, right? That's how fast the space moves. And that's why I always tell people, look, there is risk involved and you should only be putting in what you can afford to lose because these platforms can turn on a dime. And again, if you're not okay with that and you're not okay with the risk, this might not be the space for you. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I got a couple of platforms here that I'm going to talk about and just bring to your attention. Of course, it goes without saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. Certainly not giving you any type of financial advice in this video. If you are going to get into any of these platforms or anything that I talk about or anything in the crypto space for that matter, please do your own research and due diligence. Understand that there is risk involved. You should only be putting in what you can afford to lose. Also, follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. Now, I want to preface this video by saying that I'm going to be, the vibe that I'm putting out in this video is going to be a positive one. I'm not going to be here to get overly negative. I'm not here to spread FUD. I'm not here to throw shade on any one of these platforms. However, I do feel I have to be 100% transparent. And if you're in our Telegram or if you're subscribed to us on YouTube, I want to let you know what's going on with these platforms. That way you don't, jump into something that is already having or is currently having some issues. Now, some of these platforms may come back. I don't know. We just seen it with Validus. Not that Validus went anywhere, but for about a month they suspended withdrawals. They just turned on withdrawals today. Withdrawals are live. People can withdraw what they have in their back office, and they have officially launched their 2.0 version. So in my last video last week, I talked about Validus being on my list of platforms that aren't doing so hot because anytime a platform suspends withdrawals, in my opinion, is not doing so hot. Okay, but look, they've made a comeback. So any one of these platforms can potentially make a comeback. But as I make this video right now on the 16th of May, they are having issues, in my opinion. So again, I want to be positive, but at the same time, I want to be transparent and let you know what's going on with them. Okay, I think I owe it to the community. If you're following me here on YouTube and obviously I'm over on Telegram, I want to be 100% with you guys. By the way, follow me on Telegram. Stay plugged in there. 95% of the questions that I get asked over on Telegram, whether it be a direct message or a comment posted here on one of my videos, 95% of the questions are answered if you were just plugged into our Telegram and watching the update videos. Okay, so again, I want to encourage you to plug into our Telegram. That way, you're in the loop and you're in the know. I'm somebody that doesn't hold back. If I get alpha or any type of information on a platform, I'm not going to sit on it for a week. I'll post it right in our Telegram. So you're getting information pretty much the same time that I'm getting it. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First platform I want to talk about, and I did a video on this yesterday. You can watch it. It's on my channel. Mainnet. Now, last week I was pretty high on Mainnet. It was working. Withdrawals were working. Again, they have a pretty sizable community. It pays out 10% a month. To me, the numbers were sustainable. At least it looked like they were sustainable. But who knows what's going on behind the scenes? They did a Zoom meeting where they talked about issues that were happening. And because of that, they're changing their entire business model. Okay. Now, what was said in the Zoom meeting, I'm not 100% sure because it wasn't in English. Okay. It was in French. I think 80 to 85% of it was in French. So I couldn't decipher really what was happening. It was just, I don't know. It was just, you know, I just couldn't understand. At the end of the day, they're changing their business model and they're changing it to a copy trading platform where you can, I guess, fund your trading account. They'll have a bot of some sort that you have to pay for. You can connect it and, the bot will trade for you. Um, we'll see what happens. As of right now, they said as they make this transition to this new model, All withdrawals are suspended. They said they're going to turn on the withdrawals when the transition is complete, but they didn't give a hard date for that. So who knows when that's going to happen? Um, Everything is up in the air right now. I have funds locked in here. Obviously, I'm not able to withdraw. Um, am I happy that they're changing their business model? No. Okay. I never like to get into these things and have the rules change, or much less an entire business model changed once we're already in. So that's never a good thing. So, am I going to follow them into their new platform? The short answer is no. I said that in my video yesterday. If I was looking for a copy trading platform, that's what I would have jumped into. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for a platform where I can, you know, get involved, make a deposit, and make money on a monthly basis passively, which is their previous model, which is what they were doing so good for the last couple of months. It's been working smoothly. But for whatever reason, they feel like they need to change their model right now. So for that reason, I'm not hot on them, and again, that this shows you how fast the space moves, because just a couple of days ago I was just talking about them, and how cool the platform was working. Everything was working smooth, withdrawals were smooth, and for whatever reason they decided to change their model. Okay, just another lesson and another reminder that in this space, again, you need to only be putting in what you can afford to lose, guys, and then you need to make it a an immediate goal to pull your initial deposit out of a platform, because again, you want to be in a position where it's just house money, right? It's just profit at that point, because at that point you've essentially removed all your risk. um you know doesn't always work that way, okay, but in an ideal situation, that's how it would work. So needless to say, Mainnet, changing their business model, not too excited about that. I'll keep a loose eye on it to see what happens, but definitely not excited. Not, it's definitely not an exciting move for me, and that's why I'm not moving forward into their copy trading deal. Novatek, as you guys know, no really need to rehash what's going on here. I'll just go over unofficial intel that I got. But Novatek, as you guys know, restricted now in the U.S. Um, what does that mean moving forward? Again, there hasn't been an official announcement. I have some unofficial things that I'm gonna tell you right here in this video, but officially there hasn't been any word from Cynthia or the leadership team on what's going to happen moving forward. Withdrawals, as you guys know, is a whole other conversation. I haven't gotten any of my withdrawals for about a month. I did get one, once they made that once they what's I'm losing my train of thought here. I did get one withdrawal, but over the last month I haven't gotten any. And then my other withdrawals that were in the queue, in the pending queue, got rolled into my trading account. So will the withdrawals get processed and pushed through? Who knows, at this point. And again, this is another example of a platform that I was super high on, because it was just a couple of months ago where this was probably one of my top 5 platforms. Been running for a couple of years. It was working like clockwork. Withdrawals were smooth, but they've had a couple of issues. I don't think it's a secret. They've had a couple of issues here, a couple of issues there. The website was slow. The website would go down. Customer service was terrible. Little things like that. And then once they started to have some issues with withdrawals, I think the writing was on the wall. It was no surprise to hear that they were ceasing, direct operations in the U.S. Now that being said, I still want to see what happens. I do have quite a bit still locked in here in my trading balance. A lot, I have a nice chunk of change. Um, but so we'll see what happens. So anyway, this is let me give you the unofficial intel that I got, and again, it's unofficial. And I'm just going to read it here. I'm not even going to post it because, again, it's unofficial, so I don't know if it's 100% true and accurate. But I do want to give you, anything that I've received, and this was forwarded to me. It says here the U.S. is grandfathered in. Cynthia decided to leave the U.S., not the other way around, uh, due to all the factors happening in the world. For example, Binance walking away from Canada. Cynthia has no intention of closing down Novatek. If you are a member living in the US, Unless Novatek sends you a message, you are not allowed to enroll people who have an address in the US or any address in any restricted area. Um, you're also not allowed to add new funds to your trading account. And I don't think, people were looking to, add new funds anyway. But you're no longer allowed to add new funds to your trading account. Also, you can only turn on auto compound. You cannot do manual compounding anymore. Um, you can only do you can only turn on auto compound. Um, you cannot manually roll over. You cannot manually roll bonus over into trading. You can only withdraw the bonus. So that's good. But again, withdrawals is a whole other issue. Um, you can put in for bonus withdrawals once the company takes off the corporate-wide pause after they fix the miscalculation errors. Withdrawals are still being processed. Now, again, it's really, really slow. Again, I haven't received a withdrawal that I've requested over the last month, but hopefully they can get it together. I'm not going to sit here and throw shade at Novatek, and I want them to get it together because again, there's a lot of withdrawal requests personally that I have, and I know that some of our teammates have that are still sitting in the queue. So hopefully it'll get processed. Other than that, it's business as usual, right? It's like other than that, there was so many things, but it says here business as usual. Um, and then some other stuff here. But yeah, that's seems like that's what's going to be happening. At least unofficially, that's what I've heard. Haven't had anything official. The silver lining is, we've been in Novatek for a long time, and anyone that got in on our team when we first started talking about it, even if it was a month after, chances are they're in profit. Even if they didn't refer a single person, chances are they're in profit. Now, if they were building a team, I'm 100% sure they were in profit. So the vast majority of our teammates in our team, um, maybe 90+%, are in profit with Novatek. So again, that's a silver lining. Still, I still want to see, progress, but that's what is going on with Novatek. The next platform I want to talk about is TT Platform. This is a platform that's, again, they're changing their business model too for whatever reason. Maybe they weren't able to sustain it, which, looking at the numbers, it was only paying out 7.5% a month. Um, with that and the way they structured their compensation plan, it certainly looked like the numbers were sustainable. But like I said, who really knows what's going on behind the scenes? Um, apparently things were happening for the platform, and they made an announcement saying that they were changing their model. Right now, we can't withdraw. I believe the 17th was just tomorrow. They want you to make a decision on whether or not you want to request a full refund or move whatever balance you have to the new platform. And again, I don't even have any details on this quote unquote new platform that they're launching. And the withdrawal request you do make, it's not like it's not like you request a withdrawal and then you get it, you get it that day or instantly. It's going to be a drawn out process. Who knows if you're even going to get it. Um, but yeah, another example of a platform that I was high on that, again, that's why these platforms, they're it's fluid. Something that's hot, last month or a couple months ago might not be so hot. And that's why you need to be diversified so you don't have all your eggs in one basket. Because imagine if I had all my eggs in one basket, if I was all in on Novatek or all in on Mainnet or all in on TT platform. The reason I can continue to move forward is I'm super diversified, number one. And number two, I only put in risk capital. And number three, I've pulled out my initial on um, all of these platforms, with the exception of Mainnet. Mainnet, I wasn't able to pull it all out. But with TT platform, I was profitable. And again, if you got in when we first started talking about it, even a month after, I'm pretty sure you're profitable, if not very, very close to being profitable. Um, you know, not everybody, but probably, the vast majority of our team. So that's a silver lining there as well. Because again, this thing has been running for quite a while. I think it's been 10 months, 10 or 11 months or something like that, that we've been talking about this and when we got in. So it's been a while. That being said, I'm going to keep a loose eye and see what happens, but never exciting. It's never a good thing when a platform decides to change their entire business model. A little change here, a little change there, I can deal with. entire business model, going from, apples to oranges, that's not a fun thing. So we'll see what happens here. Again, I'm not really too keen on moving, forward with their new platform because number one, they've already proven that they can just suspend withdrawals whenever they want and do something else on a drop of a dime. So again, it doesn't really give me too much confidence. Um, so I mean, we'll see what happens here. If I have a balance, which I believe I do, and they roll it over into a new platform, again, my only interest there would be to try to withdraw that, somehow with their new model. Not really looking to build. Um, so again, I'll keep a loose eye on it, but as of right now, as I do this video, can't withdraw, and they really haven't given a hard date of when we're going to be able to withdraw. They're saying, once they transition to their new deal, who knows when that's going to be. So again, another platform that I'll keep a loose eye on to see what's going on, but you know, as of right now, it's definitely not really too happy with them. Max Spread, this is another platform that was doing really well. Um, some people have said that the withdrawals are going through and they're getting them. Me personally, I can only speak for myself. Um, I've had withdrawals sitting in the queue pending for close to a month now. So all the withdrawal requests that I've had over the last month, I haven't received. Again, that's just me. I don't know if other people are getting their withdrawals, but anytime if there's one person not getting a withdrawal, that's an issue, right? So max spread, again, just like all these other platforms, if you're gonna, you know, anytime there's a withdrawal issue, do not put new funds. Okay, why would you put new funds into something that clearly there's a withdrawal issue? Okay, why would you put new funds? Now, if you're already in and you had funds in there, like myself, then really there's nothing we can do but go with the flow, strap on, the seatbelt, and go along for the ride. But if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're like, well, let me register and put some new funds, no, why would you do that? Okay, if there's if I'm telling you straight away that there's withdrawal issues, why would you put new funds into it? It blows my mind. I get notifications in my email of how many people are joining and how many people are still putting funds into this thing. And I'm like, man, I mean, I've been talking about this for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 updates that, there's been some withdrawal issues and people continue to go in. It blows my mind. Um, so if you're watching this video, again, there's some issues going on. Do not put new funds. And again, like I said, if you're already in, like myself, then there's really nothing we can do about that. But if you're sitting on the sidelines, you know, there's a lot of working platforms in my portfolio that you can take a look at. No need to, you know, multiply the risk by putting funds into something that clearly there's some issues with withdrawals. Um, will they get it better or will they fix it? Will they sort it out? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I know people that are in my upline, they're still excited about it. They're still doing Zoom webinars and they're still enrolling people. But I mean, maybe they're getting their withdrawals. I don't know. All I can speak for is myself. I haven't received any of mine. So that's that. Okay. And last but not least is VideoLook. As you guys know, this was a model that was paying 3% a day. They've since transitioned to their new VideoLook 2.0 or their VideoLook Live, or I don't even know what they're calling it. Again, withdrawals are working. I did a withdrawal yesterday. I think I withdrew $40 yesterday. I don't even remember what it was. But it's certainly not paying out the way it was paying out before. So again, it was another example, of a platform that just decides to change their model and force people to go into, a model that they never agreed to. Um, it's never a good thing, in my opinion. So again, I'm not really looking to put new funds into this or move forward with this. I'm not really looking to build a team. If there's a way for me to withdraw from the platform, then I'll do that. Again, the silver lining, just like Novatek and TT platform, is we are in profit with this. We pulled out and then some, our initial deposit. Um, it's not a good situation when you're forced into a new model that you didn't agree to. So again, I'm just going to kind of keep a loose eye on this, but Again, I want to be very clear. I'm not looking to buy packages and upgrade to this package and that package and put new funds. No, I'm not looking to do that. They've already proven, as I mentioned before with some of these other ones, that they can change the rules on us. And that's never a good thing. So yeah, just wanted to be transparent, let you know some of these platforms that we're in are, having some issues. That way you don't, if you're looking to join one of these things or you're doing some research, hopefully this content can help you out. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do one way or the other. You sit there and say, you know what, I'm still going to go in. That's fine. That's on you. I'm just giving you my experience with these platforms. Okay. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, I don't want to make this like a negative video because there's a lot of good stuff happening in the crypto space. I believe we're still in a bear market. I believe, we are not out of the bear market just yet. However, there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of platforms we're in, like, Solar Road and a bunch of other ones that are just flat out exploding. And there's a lot of exciting things happening. Pulse already launched, as I mentioned in my last video. Pulse has launched. The bridge is live. Still a lot of volatility. So I'm not really doing anything for another week or so. We still don't know what the actual price is going to be. We're probably not going to know until liquidity comes to the, there's a lot of liquidity that comes, which is it's going to happen. But there's just a lot of congestion on the Pulse blockchain right now because everybody's rushing to get in. People that sacrifice like myself, I think a lot of us are just chilling and kind of waiting to see what happens. Um, so again, be careful if you're gonna use the bridge and provide liquidity and all that stuff. Just be careful because you can get wrecked, pretty fast. So again, just cross your T's, dot your I's, and try not to FOMO into anything. I know it's hard, but just, sit back and relax a little bit. If you're going to make some moves, don't do anything too crazy. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. As always, do your own research, risk capital only into these platforms. As I mentioned before, follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.